Hey everyone, welcome to Sunrise Extra on a Monday. We haven't done the show in a while.
No, we have not.
But there's lots to talk about. We're talking about the Super Bowl today. All things Super Bowl. What'd you think about the game, the commercials? What snacks did you have on hand? Did your team win or lose? I don't know. We were kind of rooting for the Rams. I don't know why.
Really?
In our
I just
household.
wanted to see a good game. I thought I was going to be rooting for Cincinnati, and then I ended up like,
Who cares?
yeah, no, this was a good game.
What about you, Rod?
I thought Cincinnati was going to win going in, so I was wrong on that. But otherwise, I had no rooting interest. But I did enjoy the game. I thought we had such fabulous playoff games leading up. This wasn't, I think, that entertaining, but it was a good, solid football game.
I was rooting for the people that came to my house to watch this game to
leave?
leave by 7:30. At one point, my son came over and goes, "What time does this end?" And I go, "Well, if we're lucky, it's over by 7, and hopefully everyone that's here will be gone by 7:30.
It got over about 7, right?
Yeah, my wife invited a couple of neighbors and their families over, and her sister and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. So we had, I think, 14 people in the house, which is a lot for a Sunday night.
Yeah.
With our schedules, at 6 o'clock, I started to
You
sweat.
can't be hosting with those kind of parameters.
No,
Get
no.
I think that's when you just disappear upstairs.
I thought about it, Nina,
And
and then I
you
thought
have
about
an
the
excuse.
repercussions. No, apparently in our house there are no excuses.
I would have gotten a pass, I would think.
What did you
Hopefully.
serve, Drew? What was the main food?
What'd you guys have?
My mother-in-law, to her credit, provided a ton of food. Like Mia, my wife, was going to make, a lot. Although the neighbors also agreed to bring an appetizer and whatever they wanted to drink. Yeah. But my mother-in-law made a creamy cheese dip thing. Yeah. She made this chorizo. They looked, if you just saw them from afar, they looked like cupcakes, but they were actually like chorizo in some sort of pastry shell. Little things you could shove in with 1 or 2 bites.
Oh yeah,
those were good.
That sounds good.
My neighbor brought what do you call the little taquitos?
Oh yeah,
She
little
bought them at the
crunchy
store.
kind of chicken roll-ups.
Heated them up in our oven. They were delicious.
Nice.
What else was there? It was something else meat-wise. I shouldn't forget the meats. Something my mother-in-law called a cowboy caviar. Have you heard of this before?
Is it a layered dip?
No, it was like a salsa. It was like a corn salsa with a little kick. I don't know why she called it cowboy caviar. I have to look that up to see if she
The
was
little
really
corn
getting it.
kernels are kind of the caviar.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
eggs or
It was
something
good,
like
is all I know.
That sounds good.
Terrific
Rob,
with the
what were you
tortilla chip.
snacking on?
So John and Mary hosted our golf group. We kind of rotate around who's going to host the event. They had ham and some ham croissant sandwiches that were good. And of course, we had the typical chips and salsa. And my daughter made these little cheesecake, kind of mini cheesecake bites that she makes, and some brownies. And I was drinking Crown Royal and ginger
Oh my
ale.
gosh, so was Jeff. You guys were channeling each other.
Wow. I had one light beer at during the first quarter, and I said, "I'm done."
You're done.
Sunday night.
Yep. We had a going away party on Friday.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we had a few then. I'm done for the weekend. I'm out of practice, people.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend.
Yeah.
You're right, Brent. I went out. I did 2 things in one weekend. That's amazing.
Wow.
Couldn't you do 2 things in one night?
Crazy.
On Friday night.
Well, yeah.
Real quick. Any one of our Sunrise Extra viewers could have hung out with us on Friday night if they went to Steeplejack.
Which was great, by the way.
Out there.
Isn't that
yes.
a cool spot? Yeah.
Just a few of us to gather together to say goodbye to a coworker, and Rod was there, and he told me, I got to go, I got to leave, I got to go somewhere else. Like Mr. Social there had a second engagement to get to on Friday night.
Well, my daughter I was so proud of her. She's in Key Club. You guys remember Key Club from high
I
school?
was in Key Club, yeah.
It's like a service club, and so they came up with a fundraiser, and they raised, I may be wrong, but I want to say they raised almost $2,000 for the Clark County Food Bank.
Nice.
So good for them.
awesome, yeah.
Vancouver High-Tech Preparatory High School. And the fundraiser basically was a night of skating, which is how my daughter came up with the idea because she's an ice skater, at the ice rink up in Vancouver. And I went there, and the teachers were there, and the principal, Mr. Mead, who I really have grown to respect a lot. He's so invested in the kids there. And but it was a great night to see all the kids having fun and raising that money for the food bank. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk commercials. What did you guys pay attention to the commercials at all? What was your favorite?
Larry David.
I totally agree with you. As soon as I saw his face pop up, Dave and I both stopped talking, and we were like, oh, because we love Curb Your Enthusiasm so much. And oops. And he was so, it was just the most perfect Larry David curmudgeon-y.
Because a lot of the commercials, they were like fine. But
I thought there was some really
that
good
stood
ones.
out to me.
And the best ones had like the most celebrities in it. It was just cameo.
See, I almost felt literally like that was the default. It was like, just get a famous person
Yeah.
to come in there. I'm like, they're
There
fine.
were bad ones, like Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd. You would think would be a slam dunk.
Right.
It
They-
sucked. That
It
one
made
was
me
terrible.
giggle. We have to.
I'm like, you guys are going to Corpse
yeah.
Bride? Come on, this is lame. But I liked the bowling alley ones. Peyton Manning seemed to be in every freaking commercial. Everything is also about crypto and Bitcoin
Right.
and whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
So many.
I was not scanning that QR code
I
for
did.
whatever. I was like, mm-mm.
I scanned it, yeah. It just goes to the
definitely paid
Coinbase website. Anyway, yes, Larry David was great. We also loved Troy Polamalu in the Head and Shoulders commercial. That was on right in the beginning. He's just so cute with his little smile. And what else?
There was the Kia one, which I thought was cute, where they
Brian
had the,
Matthews,
the
our
charging
director.
the electric car, and then the electric dog
Oh, the robot dog,
jumps
yeah.
out, and then you think the doggy's dead, but then they charge
And he
the doggy
charges it
back
up,
to
yes.
life.
And who was so perfect for what that was Matthew McConaughey in the Salesforce ads. Which to this moment, I don't know what Salesforce is, and maybe it doesn't matter, but I thought it was a good, wider message of, you have all these billionaires going off to space and we're creating the metaverse and, getting away, but like, we need to figure
be
out
here.
what's going on here at home. Again, I don't know what Salesforce is or what they're selling, but Matthew McConaughey was perfect for it.
We actually talked about that at our Super Bowl get-together. We actually said, we have no idea what this commercial
I'm looking it up.
or what Salesforce
I don't know what it is.
So yeah, funny that we
Drew,
had
what were your favorites?
Well, listen, when you have, I'm listening to Rod, I'm surprised. So Rod, you had people at your house, but yet you were
No,
still
he was at
focused.
someone else's
I
house.
was at someone else.
Okay, you're at someone else's house, but you're gathered around the TV, it seems, and you're actually focusing on both the game and the commercials.
Yes. Well, to be fair, I couldn't really hear the commercials that well
Okay.
because we're all talking,
Yep.
right? So really, the one that for whatever reason I caught the most was the Kia one that I mentioned. For whatever reason, I think everybody was in the bathroom, so I could hear that commercial. when it
Everybody
on.
was in the bathroom.
Well, it's a big
It
bathroom.
was a bathroom party and you weren't invited.
I'm not a fan of having people over to the house for the Super Bowl. You can probably start to tell this was not my idea.
Because you can't watch
Right.
it. You have to
No.
entertain and like chit chat and all that
yes.
stuff.
Lots of chit chat. So I barely saw the
Lots of
game and
chit-chat.
definitely didn't watch the commercials.
Aw.
Yeah. So,
I don't
but-
know. You chit chat all week long, so by the time the weekend rolls around, you're like, I'm over it.
Right. I was
I'm
doing a lot
done.
of listening.
Well, my daughter finally came out of her room at the halftime show.
Yes.
Yes. And
What'd you think?
I loved it a lot. I was smiling the whole time. I'm like, I like the OG. All the old school came out and showed them how it was done. I liked the dancers. They were kind of the little young spark, and I thought they killed it. Kristen
go
Lebensky
ahead.
says my kids might be afraid of me after that halftime show. I think she
There was
up
so many jokes
feeling it.
online of like all the 4-year-olds all over this planet, this is like their jam.
Yep.
And breaking our backs to try and dance like we used to back in the 90s.
Yeah,
40, you got to go up higher than that, girlfriend.
Well, this was this was me growing up, like the music, not Kendrick Lamar, but there was 50 Cent
How about
hanging
we
from the
say
rafters.
40 plus? Anyone above 40 will
plus.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they joked about, I saw some of those same things on social media, joked how like the kids of those 40 plus are going to realize what their parents are all about during halftime.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
was the time where suddenly, the women took control as they normally do, in my life anyway.
Turn
Like,
the volume up.
Yes. The volume was here
I
for the
did the
game.
same thing. I was like, where's the remote?
Yep. Suddenly it was like the conversations all stopped.
Shut up!
TV volume went up, and everyone was
Exactly.
listening and watching, and now like giving some input on
Yeah.
what they thought of the performance. I thought it was fantastic. I love that set that they
It was
rolled out
cool,
there.
yeah, the different rooms.
Super cool.
And
I
no
don't
one
think it was
disappointed.
like top 5 Super Bowl halftime show by any means,
They're
but
so
it was fun.
quick. That's the problem, right?
The
You just-
production was really good, though.
yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was stellar. I mean, I'd put Beyonce up there in the
Yeah,
top 5,
yeah.
and I'm a huge Prince fan, so that's like
Yeah.
one of my personal top 5 halftime shows.
I loved watching. I just think it is the coolest thing, like Snoop Dogg, who, I mean, in a million years, he would have never guessed. He's going to be friends with Martha Stewart. Right. He's going to be like also hosting the Puppy Bowl on the other channel at halftime. And this little smile, and he was just up there like doing his little thing. I loved how just happy he looks all the time. His little smile, both. I'm sure that contributes to the smile. But it was just so fun watching him. I mean, that dude, like, imagine his kids are, you know, some of them were in college or out of college, and now, like, your dad is still the coolest
guy
out
out was
there.
fierce too.
Yeah.
That was fun to see.
Yeah, it was.
Did you guys like The Rock
amazing.
at the beginning, introducing the teams? Did you think that
Oh,
was
The Rock, yeah. Did
You
see
know
that
that I love The Rock, but it was kind of weird.
Was it kind of,
I
I thought
don't
it was
know.
very LA, so I kind
Yeah.
of thought it was fun.
Yeah, the Rock part was an unnecessary element to the game, I thought,
Yes.
right? You just didn't really need
Outvoted.
it.
Okay, nobody liked The Rock.
More is more at the Super Bowl. Come on now.
How about this? Did you guys notice the nod to Colin Kaepernick that Eminem provided?
Well, I thought he had wanted to kneel through the halftime show, and now there's this controversy that the NFL told him, no, you can't, but now they're denying they said
that's
that.
interesting.
That's
Because
not
they
what I read.
played a little Tupac before that. You know, Dre was on the piano, and I thought maybe he's just paying, you know, homage to Tupac. But it was about the kneeling in Kaepernick.
He had said he wanted to, Drew, what
I
is
didn't
the
see that.
story?
Well, he definitely knelt at the end there. I mean, Eminem was down on one knee, no
He
doubt about
wanted
that.
to do it the whole time, I guess.
I didn't read that. I read that the NFL was fully aware that he was planning to do that and didn't tell him not to.
Oh.
They basically said he did it during the rehearsal, so they knew it was coming and they didn't try to stop him from doing it.
It was fun. I saw a picture of, you know, Eminem's daughter, who he talked about all the time back in the 90s.
Right.
She was there, you know, obviously a grown adult, and like cheering her dad on at halftime. So that was kind of cool to see those pictures. It was fun to see like the cutaways of all the celebrities and stuff, you know, up in the boxes. And you saw J-Lo and Ben and Matt Damon and Charlize Theron and Magic Johnson and LeBron. Dude, LeBron was just dripping in
gold.
diamond chains. Yeah, it was crazy.
Wait,
More money than he
weren't
knows what
one
to do
of
with.
the players in like diamond Nikes? Did you guys
I
see
didn't
that?
notice that.
On the field, his like
There was
cleats?
something. I didn't actually
wow.
see it, but I heard about it. Somebody was telling me about it beforehand. We have a Joshua Madrid sighting. I've got to
what
put
do
on
you
my
got?
glasses to see this. Nice to see your faces again. The game was okay, but the two teams were both lovable, so it made it easy to watch. Unfortunately, the officiating was pretty bad throughout. That all said, the main reason any of us Gen X folks watched was for the halftime show, which was amazing. All caps, Mary J. Blige was phenomenal. Eminem did great. Felt good seeing all those artists again. That is exactly how I feel, Joshua. Literally, I was just smiling the entire time. It just made me think of, you know, all those great songs.
Watching the whole thing, you know, from start to finish Super Bowl. I was telling my husband, I'm like, this really feels like the Tourism Board of California had a big part of this.
I would agree.
You know,
Yeah, it seemed very LA.
like showcase. Come to California again. It's sunny and it's not burning down at the moment, but it is unusually hot for February. And like, but you know, and they started. I mean, I think the very first commercial in the first break of the game was a Visit California ad. You know, and they always have all these celebrities or, you know, people surfing and hanging out and doing all the California things. But it definitely was an ad. I feel like, you know, SoFi Stadium's brand new and it is a beautiful place, and just them talking about kind of downtown LA.
And it was, I know it was set before, right? I mean, but it's just so weird for me to see like a team in the Super Bowl playing in their home stadium.
Right.
No, that's never happened before.
2
right?
years in a row.
Oh, no, 2 years in a row, yeah. But before last year, it had never happened.
Never happened.
It's always in a, but it seemed like it was almost half and half. I've heard the announcers saying that they thought maybe it could be a 50-50 split
Interesting.
of fans.
I mean, the fact is, right, the Rams do not have a great fan base in LA.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, they've
Partly
only been
because
there
they
how
left.
many years?
Well, they were there before, then they left, and now they're back. But it's just that for, you know, Southern California always felt like has greater things to do maybe than cheer on their professional
Now they
football
have two
team.
teams, yeah.
Did you see Willie Huey?
What'd he say?
Hey, good morning, Willie. He says, I'm with you, Drew. I gave up on Super Bowl parties 6 years ago. I missed one of the best games because I was trying to explain the rules and do drinks and snacks. F that. He's like, he's having none of it.
This is a true story. I haven't even looked at the stream today, and I feel like we don't even have a lot of time left. But this is a true story. Willie Huey Huey, I thought of you yesterday. Because when we were talking about like I got up and went to the store and got some things I knew we would need.
Yeah.
Like at 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. And I thought, am I going to have to like do anything, like make chili or something like that? I didn't realize my mother-in-law was going to provide so much food. But anyways, I actually thought, do I want to try to make those
Armadillo.
the armadillo eggs that Willie made for us during Thanksgiving week for the viewer recipe segment. So Willie, you were in my mind. I thought this is the perfect occasion for this. And then yes, I said no. I'd like to have some fun with the three of you though, real quick. Because I thought all this was interesting. We can rip through this in a minute. But please don't think about these answers. I just wanted you to give me the first answer that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Rod Hill,
Yeah.
how old do you think Snoop Dogg is today?
57.
Great guess. He's actually 50. Turned 50 last October. So I was like looking that up as soon as I saw him, like, man, look at this guy go.
I thought he was way older than that.
And I thought, man, he must have gotten started when? Really young, right? If he's only 50 today?
Yeah.
What I was surprised about next is, Nina, how old is Eminem today?
40.
49.
49?
That was even more surprising to me, that they're
he
that
looks
close
so
in
young.
age. I didn't realize he and Snoop were that close in age.
Yeah, he's always looked so young.
Brenda, I saved something for you. As I'm watching the halftime show last night, I thought, remember the time when Justin Timberlake ripped off Janet Jackson's article of clothing? Brenda Braxton, real quickly, how many years ago was that, do you think?
Oh, 10?
18 already.
18, yeah.
What?
Years ago?
No.
Yes, it was February 1st, 2004. Wow. 18 years ago that happened. That blew my
I
mind.
actually missed that. I was not watching in real time.
That will always be the poster standard of wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, there has not been one like that since, I don't think.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so anyway, all
I'm
three of
blown
those
away
facts
by
blew
that.
my mind.
18 years ago?
Snoop's only 50, Eminem's already 49, and 18 years ago, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake made a little Super Bowl history.
Snoop is living his best life.
Yes, he is.
I want to be as happy as Snoop is.
Well, when I see him, I think, you know that like any parent worth their weight would say to their children, you cannot go through life high as a kite and be successful.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
He's proving it.
And yes, I love it.
I
There's
don't
a
think it would
great
work for me.
documentary on Netflix right now, and we actually watched a lot of it on our vacation. It's about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine, who was another music producer, and how they came together. It goes through both of their kind of histories. Came together to develop like Beats headphones, but it's a fascinating like musical kind of
journey.
Yes, journey on all of the artists that both of them produced. And Dr. Dre was like, I do not like rapping. He's like, I don't want to be on stage. I am behind the mixing board, and so it's just kind of cool to watch that and then see him, on this halftime show.
Love that. I'll have to watch it. Haven't seen it.
Can I say one more thing
Yes.
before we go? Willie Huey, I guess he and I are just like twin brothers from different mothers, maybe, because he said yesterday he made his armadillo eggs.
Wow.
And when doing so, he thought of me.
That's the
We were thinking of each other. We only live like, I don't know,
comes to
4
meat
miles
and
away from
eggs,
each other.
Right. You're in.
You guys are
Beautiful
two
moment.
peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Beautiful moment.
Love
Wesley
it.
and Willie.
Bye, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe.
Happy Valentine's Day, Willie. Love you, man.
We'll see you next time.